right. So, all right, cool. So, chapter 85. Chapter 85. So, chapter 85 is titled Three Swords versus Six.
Three Swords versus Six. Three Swords.
Let me get the echo. All right, Three Swords versus Six. It's chapter 85. Let me might as well just put it here. All right, cool. All right. So that little cover, it looks to be Kobe and Helmeppo's Chronicle of Toil. It says. So it's just Helmeppo and Kobe training together. All right, let's get into this chapter. Just to recap, in the last chapters, we see Luffy get. Actually, I think in the very last chapter, we saw Luffy. Luffy got thrown into the sea. His feet are stuck in rock because he put his feet in the rock in order to, like, into the ground in order to, like, swing a giant sea monster around. So he anchored himself by putting his feet into the ground, but he couldn't remove his feet once they were put into the ground. So anyway, that happened. Zoro was fighting Hachi, and Sanji's fighting Karubi, and Arlong's just kind of watching, laughing. Like, Luffy put up a good fight against Arlong, but Arlong saw that the sea was right there, so he just tossed him into the sea. Because he knows that devil fruit users can't swim. So anyway, Brother Zoro's in bad shape. Meanwhile, outside of Arlong Park. Or, I guess inside. Okay, outside of Arlong Park where there's like a giant hole in the wall. Meanwhile, at Arlong Park, Brother Zoro's in bad shape. His wounds have made him feverish. If those wounds open now, he'll die for sure. But there's no time to worry about that. Only Brother Zoro can clean up this island. Roronoa Zoro, you look like a walking corpse, and I haven't even started on you yet. Keep your comments to yourself. Zoro ties the headband on his head. Catch, brother! Yasuku and Johnny throw their swords at Zoro, which is incredibly dangerous, by the way. But they throw their swords at Zoro so he can use them. This is bad. I'm about to pass out, and my fever instead of going down is rising. Brother, our swords! We threw them to you. Catch them! Why did he throw the swords? I'll show you a world that no two-armed human can enter. This is the six-sword style, which can only be performed by someone with 6 arms and a charmingly flexible body. Brother Zoro, look out! Tentacle sword overload. Johnny and Yasuku panic. And Zoro grabs Yasuku and Johnny's swords and proceeds to block Hachi's attack. 3-sword style. Huh? Try countering this wild dance with only 3 swords. Hachi lunges another attack at Zoro. Zoro dodges. Streaming wolf swords. Zoro lands a hit on Hachi, Arlong and Karubi watch from afar as Hachi bleeds from his chest. Huh? He did it! He got past that six-bladed whirlwind. Zoro's incredible. Now you've really made me mad. I'm going to chop you up. Just think about it. Mathematically, 3 blades is the maximum you can hold. You have no chance against my 6 blades. Mathematically, that would be a grave miscalculation. What drives you? Why do you fight so hard when you cannot win? Zoro thinks about Mihawk's words. I may only have 3 blades, but look at them. They're much weightier than yours are. Okay. Zoro and Hachi face off. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the sea, right next to Arlong Park, Luffy's at the bottom, and it looks like he's unconscious. He swallowed an awful lot of water. If we can't free him soon, it'll be too late. Darn it. I don't know if this will work on the ocean floor. The water's buoyancy is too strong. Hachi is trying to... Nojiko and Genzo are trying to free Luffy from the rock that he's stuck in. On the ocean floor, on the sea floor. Mr. Genzo, hurry! It's no use. I can't break the rock. Nojiko and Mr. Genzo are holding their breath. And I can't carry him to the surface. That was weird. And I can't carry him to the surface with the thing attached. I need an oxygen tank, but there's no time to get one. That's it. Nojiko and Genzo say in unison. And they come up with an idea. What? You think your swords weigh more than mine, idiot? Meanwhile, at Arlong Park, my swords weigh 650 pounds each. They're much heavier than yours, puny human. I won't waste words on a fool. 6 sword style. Octopus pot stance. Oh, shit. Hachi puts all of his swords pointing at the center of his body. Or pointing at the center of Zoro's body. Here goes. New Year's. Open. Body slam. Hachi springs his entire body into Zoro. Ow, his wounds. Brother Zoro's gonna die. And sends Zoro flying. I won't let you touch down alive. Waltz of 6 swords. Waltz of 6 swords. If it so much as touches you, you're minced meat. Prepare to be diced. Zoro passes out. And it appears he falls into Hachi's attack. What? But at that moment, Zoro does a counterattack, cutting Hachi's hands and forcing him to drop his swords. Huh? How? What could have happened? Yasuku, all this fighting is sure to open up Brother Zoro's wounds. That human matched the rotation of my blades and passed right between them. And he even managed to cut up my hands. Well, I'm a swordsman, not an acrobat. Oh, now I've really had it with you. I'm really gonna kill you. Brother Zoro looks like he's in pain. I'd trade places with him if I could. Even if most people would pass out from wounds like these, I cannot fall. 6 sword style. Octopus pot stance. You're as good as dead. Even if these wounds kill most people, I cannot die. Zoro says. Zoro's talking to himself. This technique is 100% unstoppable. It already worked on you once. I have to live to defeat Hawkeye Mihawk. I cannot fall. Oh shit. New Year's. Meanwhile, Zoro says, One Giri. Huh? Zoro cuts Hachi's blades, shattering them. All 6 of them. Now do you see whose swords are weightier? A Octopus Boy, are you satisfied? Dragon? Then the octopus throws a barrage of punches. Octopus Fritter Frenzy! And Zoro finishes his Dragon Twister. Dragon Twister! Sending Hachi flying with cuts all over his body into the air. How could I lose only to only 3 swords? Hachi, he couldn't have. Arlong and Karubi panic or start sweating. The rest of you are beneath my notice. I have to save Luffy. Roronoa Zoro, how dare you do that to Hachi? Karubi attempts to attack Zoro, but Sanji stops him. You sent me flying quite a ways before. Brother Cook. I never thought there was a human in the East Blue who could take the full force of my punch and live. I'll wager there are lots who could do it. Especially at a certain restaurant I know. You underestimate me. Oh shit. Alright, so Sanji and Karubi are about to face off.